everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports.
We're all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off.
It's the Hounds going up against the Seahawks.
For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Memphis Hounds and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visiting Memphis ball club, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. At a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3". They go play action here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Hundley. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 33. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. $12 yards to go on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one complete to Jordan Reed. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Howard. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So 2nd and 10 here. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Marshall. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And it's a 2nd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On the toss play, Howard. And he is knocked down from the side. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. He's going to fire one deep. It's caught at the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, That's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Fielded about a yard deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On first down, they run with Howard. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And on 2nd and 10 now. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Let's go. 190.
Now Hundley. And he can't escape, and down he goes. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. 38. Let's round.
Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Dixon over the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And his throw is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll field this at the 5. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be third down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Running with Howard. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, That'll drive the team towards a victory.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He'll drop to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead, not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run here with Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jordan Willis coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And a huge play that time. 44 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Now back to throw. He's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
In the red zone this time.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Brand 38.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown. Always
always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Seahawks send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter from Oakland. Raiders continuing to roll. They have opened their lead even further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Fighting him off. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or 2 in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the change-up, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go. 1, 2, 1.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter from Oakland. The Raiders have widened their lead even further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing, Hundley. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Finding room at the 30. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 23. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. An update from down in L.A. And scoring again, the Rams have widened that lead a bit further. Dak Prescott tearing that secondary apart. He's got a 300-yard afternoon and 4 touchdown passes. They go with Howard to begin the drive. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Barrett. And a nice gain at 21 yards. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Barrett. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Come on, let's go. Flex round.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Watch left. Tight end left. Let's go.
Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it inside the 35. And just shy of the 30.
Hello.
What up, man?
Hey, what's up, dude?
Offense comes to the line now, 1st
Not
and
much.
10.
Just trying to survive.
Yeah? What are you playing?
And some
Just
changes
some
here as the
Fortnite.
D-line separates some. Now Hundley into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Fortnite, yo.
Big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Nice, man. You winning? I know you're winning.
I started off pretty
And
bad,
that
but
one will pretty much
Oh, yeah?
erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With
Good.
emphasis. Interception, return for
Yeah, man.
touchdown.
I revamped my team.
Closed.
Doing pretty good.
Reinforced.
good, man.
And
So,
they're able to
Considering I lost a bunch of 99s.
yeah, dude. Everyone, all your free agents got picked by all the other teams.
Yeah, they got swooped up.
Yep. Raiders and
But I got this,
the powerhouse.
I got this.
This one's in the air.
Nah, man, nah.
Oh, yeah.
I got this back.
This is fielded
Nah,
at the
man,
goal
nah.
line.
I got this running back, dude.
Dude, you gotta look at their team.
He's better.
About the
Dude, he's better than
19-yard
Bell.
line.
Better than Bell.
That's good.
Glad I
I
lost
hope
that
you're
fool.
gonna need that guy because
Oh,
Jones'
wow.
defense is dog. Like it's
Jones.
even better than mine. It's
Jones.
better than my team.
Following the pick six.
Jones.
Like he shut my team.
Throwing
He
that
shut my
pick
team
six.
down.
We'll see how they attack this
When was that? Oh, he played you?
I played week 1. Yeah, week 1 we played.
Oh, y'all played week 1, huh?
He shut me down, dude. So
And they'll probably help him a little bit
Yeah.
with maybe some really
Dang, he
high
beat
percentage
you?
throws early.
yeah, he shut me. I told you he shut me down. I couldn't do shit.
What's he been doing? Practicing?
No, his whole team is 99, bro. Like everything is 99.
Oh, man. Man, shoot.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
We play after,
I hope you win,
I play the
but,
Colts.
Man, I'll be
I play the
impressed.
Colts and then I play him.
This team is very, it's 99, it's 90, it's 99, 90, yeah, it's every, yeah,
care about no
every
99,
player
man.
is good,
What's
man.
going
Yeah.
on, and they just play better and better.
You'll see, man, it's tough.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, I didn't play well either, so that didn't help. But at the same time,
offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week.
We'll see.
7 sacks.
We'll see how we'll broadcast that.
Yeah, I hope you do well. I'd like to see you beat him, put him in his place, because he's feeling real good about himself right now.
Oh, I bet you he is. I bet you he is.
He's feeling mighty confident about his squad.
His scores have finally come up.
Now he'll let this one go deep left, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
That's all right. My QB threw for a perfect rating last week. We're on it.
Good, man. I mean, that's the whole point. I want everyone to be competitive, and at this point, all of our teams are really good. So we're all going to make the playoffs, more than likely.
Oh yeah.
So that's the way it was supposed to be. That's what's intended. That everyone makes the playoffs, because how can you if your team is super good?
Good gain there on first
down. If you take a few losses here or there, you're still going to make the playoffs.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they?
So
They got the
that's the whole point. Everyone get in there and see what happens in the playoffs.
Let's battle it out.
Because then it just comes down to one good game or one bad game.
Right.
Someone get lucky, someone get a fumble or a interception. You got to play perfect though to win this year, because
oh yeah,
Corey, you know, the Baron.
Same man, Corey's like, yeah. He's too good, man.
He's
good.
I can say he's an A+ player, and we're like B+, C+ players.
Oh yeah, man. I'm like B-, yo. I'm like B-.
The only reason that we can put up big scores is because we have these, you know, we have crazy teams. Like if we played regular rosters, he would be torching us, like.
Oh yeah.
It wouldn't even be funny. Like, I mean, Gary's already losing 100 to like 10, so I mean.
Oh yeah.
They'll look to throw here.
Couldn't even imagine with the regular roster.
Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Oh, hell no.
Downfield, he keeps it himself for 11 and
too many people on this mountain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head.
I got dead, man. I killed 2 people for it.
And get all you can.
I got dead, though.
Coming inside the red zone here.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, let's do it. End of my school coming up, so I'll have summer in a bit. I'm like, let's get another season in before the next game comes out.
Oh yeah, this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Before August,
yeah, man, and Caps gotta win a bowl.
You made the Super Bowl though, right?
No, I haven't even made it yet.
Oh, you haven't made
it.
The
defense has put them in
no, I
Gary, he'll never make a Super Bowl.
That's funny.
He keeps thinking that if he gets a better team, he's gonna. It's just nah. It's just he can't. I don't know. I don't think he's good enough to beat like who he has to beat.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh,
and he can't hang on.
Yeah, I'm just hoping to. I made it to the playoffs last round. What I need is a first round bye, man. I keep dying in the first round.
You gotta win your division.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. I like it though. I like that competition we got.
Yeah, you guys playing twice a year.
Yeah.
Before it was fair. I don't know if it's gonna be fair this time, man. That's it. He's got a super team.
Nah. Look.
In the Super League, he's got a super team.
Until they all get injured. Yeah, because Bell kept getting injured, kept missing games. I'm not too disappointed. They did pick up a couple of my defense players. I was like, oh man, because I worked them up. But I'll work them back up. We'll work them back up.
It's Barrett, and he'll be brought down. It looks
well, every
like
year you get 2 good players. So
10 yards on the pickup there, it'll be second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And Dixon over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Damn, man, I'm itchy, man. I've been waiting to play my game. Stupid Bobby. My players don't need a bye. Just keep going.
Yeah, week 4, that sucks.
7 yards the pickup on the
already.
catch.
Damn.
Yeah, man. They're not tired.
That interception on the last drive. You
probably
come out and
no
start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions
a waste
in a
of
row.
a
Bye.
Stay confident, keep flinging it. I just think there's something wrong with the football.
Game with anybody missing,
He'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now in Minneapolis. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Hard to forget starting inside the red zone.
Right.
I give them easy picks and good field position.
Yep.
It looks like that stuff.
Yeah, I hear that.
There's terrible teams scoring on me only because I'm giving
Seattle
them
now ready
picks
to
on
march
the
out of the
20-yard line.
field.
And they just
They were forced to punt last
they
time.
get the ball
Sincerely
in
that
the
they'll have to
7.
punt here because they're
But
gifted
Right,
with terrific
right.
field
You give
position.
them free
I don't
chance.
even want to think about the
My
idea.
You just feel bad for him, man. I feel bad for him.
My
Neither do
defense
they. Great
is pretty
starting
much
spot.
be able to
He's
just
got
shut
it.
these people
Caught in
down.
the end zone for the
Gotta give them
Seahawks
such great
touchdown.
field position. They would never be able to go like 80 yards.
His 2nd touchdown
Right.
on the
But if you
season.
go
And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Such an art to dot the I. Just
Somebody.
so they're going to go for 2.
Somebody gonna die. They're gonna die tonight.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Quarterback, gotta be some quarterback. I don't have any money. I wonder if he can go negative.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the
I
football
don't know.
back. Unfortunately, they couldn't.
I don't pay attention, man. I don't pay attention. I
know we brought analytics into the game.
I give him usually a few million over what the negotiation
so I'm just afraid that I won't be able to.
I'm like,
I'm like, I had like 250 and then I went down and I had like 8
anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like
when
coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
This is caught inside.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
And he is down deep into Seattle
territory. I mean, I don't understand how Jones can have all those players because those players have to be expensive.
Yeah.
So he must
you would think.
He must be able to be negative because that's the only way I can see anyone being able to sign like, you know,
yeah.
15, 19.
But it stops you from giving a certain amount of money.
And goal defense with their backs against
right.
the wall.
Yeah, there's a
so,
oh yeah, it's true. Huh.
He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Deion Sims, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Fielded about a yard deep. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last.
I think there's only one more player after you play, right?
I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge. And someone said, Coach, what do you
Cali Boy.
Here he lost the football.
Cali Boy has to play and Gary. G-Bone.
Oh, and Gary.
And Bulldogs. Bulldogs, Patriots have to play after.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back.
Bulldogs will play tonight.
This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He works it all. Not sure. Not sure what he does.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38. And this will be a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with
That's
a
the
guy
one thing that my players are not good
What
at.
do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said,
Especially now that two of them are like
I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
I couldn't keep him because he didn't want to sign. He wanted way too much money. I couldn't give it to him.
That
like, and it wasn't, he was old too, so he was on, you know. He kept deteriorating. But he's still fucking good as well. Still really good, but I was like, you know what? I can just draft a safety and just keep him for the game and get him hella cheap and just make his speed and all of his, like, you know.
Right.
All of his stuff super fast and then just work on the rest of him.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six.
I let the old superstar go. And
this is fielded a couple yards deep.
That's funny.
That's right, yeah. I'm like, how did you score on these guys? Maybe probably something matter.
I don't know, man.
It's like you said, it stops you from
getting. Yeah, the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a one-sided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Super Bowls for you, dude.
Don't forget today.
Don't
forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a quick look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal.
How many do you have now? 2?
Never forget it. Because
you're not going to want that feeling.
2 Super Bowls?
Yeah, I won 2. I've been to 3. I won 2.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is.
Who won this last one? I didn't see it.
Read the pressure and got rid of the
your boy?
Your boy?
Your boy? Who did he play? You?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily.
Yeah, we played back-to-back Super Bowls.
Usually a good matchup for him.
Nice.
First one was closer than the second one.
Right.
First one was as close as, or no, I didn't play him in the Super Bowl. We always played him in the Tyler.
Okay. Oh, that was right. It was, wasn't it like 100 and something? The crazy shit.
Yeah, that's why Jones went out and tried to get super team because
right.
That's the only way he's even going to have a chance to hang with this guy. So it'll be interesting to see if he can hang. I want to see. Okay, can the new $1 billion team, can the $1 billion team fucking hang with this guy? Because he went out and made his team better too. So it's like, okay.
So many offense want to include their running backs
he's still putting up 100 points on the computer, putting up 100 points on real people. So
but sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the
ball. I feel honored that I kept him to like 40. Sure.
Oh yeah. I felt good when I kept him to 60. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm good. Right? I'm good.
Shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make it.
And it was super close before the fourth quarter. My team just fell apart in the fourth quarter. That's when he scored all his points.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Yep.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Like he sees what you do, and then he's just like, he takes whatever you give him. And then, he's just too good of a Madden player. Like, he's on like a whole nother level as far as the movie. Like, he knows what to do. Like, oh, okay, this play worked. Oh, he's running this one. Oh, this play. Like, dude.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
I think he's like a little bit. Oh, he's my best friend's little brother, so he's like he's a lot younger than us. So he grew up in that
generation. Buying time to his left.
Super Madden.
Down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down
Life
situation.
is a game.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open.
Mine was like
once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush,
it
was time to make a break for it.
He's all, I never saw the sign.
All outside. Like, 85% outside. 15%
Yeah, my parents wouldn't let me stay in the whole time. Let me get outside.
I was outside, and,
things are working and clicking,
They think
I didn't get that till later. Like, it was like 88, 89.
Just don't think you can do anything wrong whenever you call.
Yeah, I got Nintendo when it came out. And then from there we moved to like Super Nintendo.
Yeah, Super Nintendo. 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile for Seattle, they'll drop down to 1-3.
Oh, SimCity is bomb, man. I love planning out my city.
Yeah, dude, I love making cities, man. That was fun as fuck.
Yeah. They still got that too. It's pretty good.
Some little kids would not, you know, they would not, they would not be digging that. I like it.
Right. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I like that shit. I'd like to play it now. That's not, I would buy a Super Nintendo just to play that.
Dude, they got SimCity now. It's really good too, but it's on the computer.
Yeah, it's all PC, dude. They have one called City Skylines. I saw. I was like, wow, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I played with SimCity. It's good. Yeah.
And I'm not trying to spend $1,500 on a gaming computer.
Oh,
and
hell
all that
no.
Stuff and, you know, do all that.
Nope.
I'm not that hardcore with it. I like PS4. I wish they had that type of game for PS4 though. Like, I mean, I know they have some stupid little city builder thing, like, but like it's like old time stuff. I wish they had like They don't even have to make it super elaborate. It could just be like old Sim City like was. You know what I mean?
Right.
But just make it a more modern version. Dude, I think they'd make a killing. Just call it something else. And just change the wording around and stuff.
Right.
And just rip them off, dude. That was a great game. We're gonna rip it off and sell 1 billion copies. We'll just change all the names around. Find out what we can do, what we can't. Say residential, industrial, commercial.
Yeah.
I used to love that shit. I'll sit there for hours and just I'll leave the Super Nintendo on for like 10 hours, just let my city go.
Yeah. And then you get all the disasters and shit.
Yep. Yeah, you leave the room for like an hour, come back and your city's on fire and shit.
Yeah, man.
What the fuck?